That is disgusting. Ew.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been about 8 months since I've last said that. I don't have any excuses, I'm just very lazy and unmotivated. But today I'm going to talk about college stories. Last semester I attended Zoom University, I'm still attending. But I have some interesting stories that really get me heated, very heated. So I'm going to tell you guys about them. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first story that I'm going to talk about is basically the time a professor dragged me to filth on a Zoom call. Okay, so to give you some context, this is a literature class. The professor has us read like a 500-page novel each week for his class. One of the most common things he said is like,
"My class is important too, you guys."
he had me doing more work than pretty much all my other classes that semester combined. But okay. So, the class meeting before, he gave us like a really challenging book and it was long, and then he's like,
"Oh, you guys, it's okay if you don't finish it, just let me know."
so the next week when we have class again, he asks us,
"Oh, did anyone not finish the book?"
everyone was quiet. So I said, no, I didn't finish the book. He starts going like wild. He's like, why didn't you finish this? And then he asked me like, do you have this and that scholarship? I'm not going to say the scholarship because I don't want it to get taken away. Do you have this and that scholarship? And I was like, yeah. And then he's like,
"Do you think Florida taxpayers pay for you to slack off and not read your book? This is a ridiculous waste of not only your classmates' time, but of people's money. Blah, 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 blah."
I am sitting there on shock. I wanted to turn my camera off, and nobody said anything. Finally, after 3 minutes of like banter, one person speaks up and says, oh, well, I didn't finish it too because you said that if we didn't finish, that we'd let him know. He asks like 3 other people.
"Did you finish the book?"
They all said no. So nobody stood up for me when he was dragging me to filth, and that was that. And then he just moved on like he didn't commit a first-degree murder. Do you ever just wanna... Now I know not to take a class with that professor, but I still got an A minus.
Oh my gosh, it's Megan Thee Stallion!
Okay, so this story is about when a girl respectfully asked me if I was stupid. So, to give you some context, I took a coding class last semester. Spoiler alert, I suck at coding. When I have to do anything, I have to Google it, look at Stack Overflow or something else, and then do my work. I don't know how to code for my life. Somehow I passed the class though. So at the time, I really needed a tutor. I asked the teacher if there was like any tutoring opportunities. Like, oh, you don't need a tutor for this class.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of them, but nothing seems to stay the same.
So the college that I go to has a program where they can like assign a mentor to you. So like I asked her if she knew anyone, and she said she did. She gave me her contact information, and then I got a tutor. So I Zoomed this girl maybe like 2 days after because I'm working on this big coding project, and it's like a big chunk of our grade. So we're starting, and I'm like very new at this, and she tells me that she's like been coding since elementary school. It's like, oh, great. And then like as we go on, she's like saying things like, you should like really study more. I'm like, I'm doing the best I can. It's like a lot of work. And she's like, yeah. And then she asks me, oh, do you go to the main campus? And I go to the honors college, and this is an honors college class. So when you're asking that kind of question, you're basically asking me if I go to somewhere that's not as prestigious as this place. But I was like, no, I go to the honors college. And she was like, oh. I swear, if that girl was not helping me, I would have hung up. That got me so mad. Like, how are you gonna ask someone, oh, do you go to the main campus? No, I'm smart enough to be here. I'm smart enough to be here. Yeah, and then basically she kept helping me, which was basically her criticizing me and saying, oh, you should really, like, practice more. This is really important.
Ma'am, this is a beginner's class. There are no prerequisites for this. Have a little bit of sympathy.
And then, like, we hung up. I was heated, but, you know, whatever. I got some help. And then I asked her for help again. She couldn't help me, so I did the rest on my own somehow and got a 100 on it. So, you know, maybe I'm not that horrible, but, like, damn. I know I don't know what I'm doing, but this is like a beginner's class. Like, what did you expect? Me to know everything? So rude.
Don't be fucking rude.
And yeah, that's the video. It took me 3 months to edit this because I was just not dealt the right hand of cards for this semester. But I survived. It's over. We moved past that. We're stronger now, but nothing too dramatic to make like a video on it happened. And that basically concludes my video. If you guys have any interesting stories about Zoom calls, maybe share them in the comments below, maybe. But other than that, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!